Transport and Infrastructure is the chairman here. Didymus, you're the vice chair. Do you have a response for Honorable Dick Maungu?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, I have.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity to read this statement in response to the statement sought by the Honorable Dick Maungu, Member of Parliament for Luanda constituency. Honorable Speaker, in the statement, the Honorable Maungu sought to establish, among other things, number one, the report on the approved station plan and the routing framework for the Naivasha-Kisumu-Malaba SGR, including reasons for the omission of a station in Vihiga County. Number two, a report on the public participation and stakeholder consultations undertaken prior to altering the initial station plans with respect to Vihiga County and measures that the Ministry of Roads and Transport is taking to ensure that Vihiga County is not excluded from the social economic benefits of SGR, including reinstating the station at Luanda. I'll go straight to the responses. I've shared with Dick Maungu the statement. He can read the theories, but I'll go straight to the answers to his statement. Regarding the report on the approved station plan and the routing framework for the Naivasha-Kisumu-Malaba SGR, including reasons for the omission of a station in Vihiga County, the ministry submitted that the Kisumu-Malaba SGR is proposed to have intermediate stations at Yala and Mumias, with a terminal station at Malaba. Within Vihiga County, a passing station is proposed at a place called Ramla, which is not in Vihiga per se, but it's on the border of Siaya and Vihiga, and they will serve the people of Vihiga. Regarding the report on the public participation and stakeholder consultation undertaken prior to altering the initial station plans with respect to Vihiga County, the ministry submitted that the public participation for the proposed development of the Kisumu-Malaba SGR section was undertaken initially by the Resettlement Action Plan, study consulting during the period of December 2024 and June 2025. And the letter by the Environmental and Social Impact Assessment study, which was done in the period of August 2025 to December 2025. And as per the designs by the engineering, procurement and the construction contractor, a passing station was proposed at Ramla, which is at the border of Siaya and Vihiga, and it's aimed at serving the people of Vihiga. Regarding the measures that the Ministry of Roads and Transport is taking to ensure that Vihiga County is not excluded from the social economic benefit of the SGR, including reinstating the station at Luanda, the ministry submitted that through the implementation of the proposed Naivasha-Kisumu-Malaba SGR, the government of Kenya, through the Ministry of Roads and Transport, is keen to ensure that social economic development is not only realized in the counties traversed by the SGR line, but that the positive effects is felt after abutting counties, within the abutting counties, other abutting counties. Within Vihiga County, that is being among the counties directly traversed by the proposed SGR line, it will benefit from direct employment opportunities in the hospitality industry and the use of locally available resources such as sand, gravel, aggregates, water, etc., both during the construction phase as well as during the operations and maintenance. There will be improved inter-county trade through ease of movement of goods and services and persons. Honorable Speaker, one of the reasons as to why Honorable Dick Maungu sought this statement is because he felt like the SGR doesn't pass through Vihiga. But the minister, in his response, has indicated that because the railway follows a particular line and the introduction of a station around Rahila is specifically designed to serve the people of Vihiga to use the SGR. Honorable Speaker, I thank you and I submit the rest of the theories and the details. The Honorable Dick Maungu can be able to read this statement. I thank you.
Yes, Dick Maungu.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I am a very disappointed man. Disappointed because the statement does not capture the aspirations of the people of Vihiga and more so Luanda constituency. I am disappointed because the statement does not capture the outcome of public participation done in December 2024 and June 2025, where the station was agreed to be at a place called Ochore. Mr. Speaker, I am disappointed because the statement does not address the issue of equity and inclusivity of national infrastructure. This is the reason, Mr. Speaker, because looking at the plan, we have a station captured in Yala, a station captured in Ramula. Mr. Speaker, the statement is incorrect because Ramula is not in Luanda. Ramula is in Siaya, a whole location in Siaya County, Mr. Speaker. Ramula and Yala, the two stations, are all in Game constituency. Mr. Speaker, I am disappointed because the statement denies our people economic opportunities, Mr. Speaker. Since the SGR began, Luanda for all these years has had a station that has served the entire of Vihiga County and parts of Kakamega County and to some extent ends of Kisumu. Mr. Speaker, I am disappointed because this disadvantages the people of Vihiga and the western area per se. Why do I say this? If you look at the plan, Kisumu County, for example, has been allocated 3 stations: Sondu, Ahero, and Kisumu. What equity therefore exists when a county can have 3 stations and Vihiga has 0? Mr. Speaker, Yala is a few kilometers from Luanda, but Luanda is what is it today because of the SGR station that we've had since the colonial time. And therefore the chairman did not come out clearly to tell us why did they change the outcomes of a public participation. People sat, agreed that Ochore in Luanda South was to be a place to have the station. Now it has been converted, Mr. Speaker, to something they are now calling a passing station. I would wish to understand what is a passing station, Madam Chair, because we actually were told that the station was to be given in Ochore. Mr. Speaker, people may argue about the topography. Luanda is not a very hilly place. We have flat areas, Mr. Speaker. That area is all in a place known as a Maluba location. And therefore, we wish to hear, Mr. Speaker, why is it that chairman is saying that this station has gone to Ramula at the border? Being at the border does not mean it is in Luanda. Being at the border does not mean it is in Vihiga. The people of Vihiga demand to have a share in economic infrastructure that's taking place in the country, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, why do we say so, Mr. Speaker? Maseno University, which is at the border of Luanda, of Vihiga, and Kisumu, has over 14,000 learners. All these students, long before, used to use the station that used to be there, Mr. Speaker. Denying a station in Luanda will be denying these students an opportunity to access their learning area, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we have a county industrial aggregation park currently being constructed by the government at a cost of close to 500 million in Luanda. The reason why it was done so, Mr. Speaker, it is because the outcome, the produce, farm produce, was supposed to use the SGR to take it all the way to Uganda, take it all the way to Mombasa, Mr. Speaker. Denying Luanda an SGR, Mr. Speaker, actually makes that SGR, that aggregation park, look like a white elephant, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, Luanda is an economic hub in that area, Mr. Speaker. You cannot compare Luanda, for example, and Yala. Yala, to me, is a small town compared to Luanda. I would wish to understand why deny Luanda their station and take it to another, not that I have issue with Yala having a station, Mr. Speaker, but I want to understand what metrics, what variables were at place for us to be denied that station, Mr. Speaker. I submit.
Yes, Isairo.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Didmas note what the concerns are.
Honorable Speaker, I rise to joyride on the statement sought by Honorable Dick Maungu and the response that has come. The reason I do rise at this point, Honorable Speaker, is because this statement did not only, despite it being a little bit specific to talk about Luanda and Vihiga, the statement actually sought a response from the Naivasha SGR all the way to the termination point at the border of the Kenya-Uganda border. Honorable Speaker, there are alterations that took place on the initial plan. And I did expect that once the committee brought the response here, part of the annexure should have been the map, the stations, and the smaller stations along the route. The initial ones and the amendments that have taken place and what led to those amendments. Honorable Speaker, while Vihiga is crying that it has been left out, the initial plan also did have a station at Ikonge in Nyamira County. This was to cover the wider Kisii and Nyamira, or what we can call the Gusii region. During this amendment, Honorable Speaker, the Ikonge station disappeared from the map and the planning. And then what we got, which we don't have a problem, a station being created in Sotik, over and above the one in Bomet. We don't have a problem with additional stations being created.
Yes.
But Honorable Speaker, once that happens and a station is withdrawn that touches an entire region, therefore meaning the entire Gusii region, the line passes there, but there is no station, really leaves out an entire community which is known for agriculture, for goods that can be transported to the cities. Honorable Speaker, to finalize, we would like to know, we've been hearing political statements that these stations have been reintroduced. Can we have a document and a map that confirms the same? Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Omboko Milemba, Didmas take those interventions.
Honorable Speaker, thank you very much. On the same, Honorable Speaker, Luanda has a history of an old railway station. When the Kenya-Uganda Railway reached Kisumu, Port Florence in 1901, later on an extension done between 1915 all the way to Uganda, Kilembe for the mines in what was called the Western Wing, went through Luanda. So Luanda has been having a station, and the public participation brought the same station to be in Luanda. But the alterations spoken on have shifted it to Ramula, which is not in Luanda and Vihiga. One, the chair and minister should tell us why the alterations which came later, and why deny Luanda a rich place for agriculture, the entire vegetable and aggregate value addition there, and furthermore the infrastructure. Luanda is the second biggest open air market after Karatina, and now it's being denied the railway station, which was actually supposed to be an economic facility. So the answer being given the minister is not satisfactory. Remember, in the assertions even by the president earlier, Luanda was mentioned, and a place called Mianga. Can you remember Mianga in Bungoma was also supposed to have a station, and we are seeing alterations. Why is it that you are creating stations in the same sub-county, three of them, Yala, Ramula, yes, Kisumu, but you are just avoiding, you are shifting the railway from Luanda to make sure it's going through another sub-county. This is not acceptable, and the people of Vihiga, Luanda, Bunyore, and all the infrastructure will not be accepting this. I think this answer, Honorable Speaker, is not satisfactory, and we should take this question back to the minister or CS, or whichever way the CS should be invited here, to show us the original map of public participation, and then to show us the alterations, and also give us why the alterations were made in favor of certain areas while disfavoring the other places like Luanda and Mianga in Bungoma. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Hold on, Didmas. Wamboka.
Speaker, thank you. I will pick from where my brother Omboko has left. Some of these big projects from government, they need to bring inter-community coexistence, Honorable Speaker, because they come with enormous economic empowerment, Honorable Speaker. Initially, Honorable Speaker, we had Luanda in Vihiga, we had Mumias in Kakamega, and we had Mianga in Bungoma County, Honorable Speaker. Those were 3 counties, as it were. But now, if you remove, they have removed all the 3 except 1, Honorable Speaker, and taken to our brothers in Siaya and Kisumu. They now have Sondu, Ahero, Kiboswa, Yala, and Ramula, Honorable Speaker. It is unfair, Honorable Speaker. Because initially, Honorable Speaker, when the white man put a ruler on the geography of this country, it started from Mombasa to Nairobi, Nakuru, Eldoret, Honorable Speaker, Bungoma, Malaba. Now, we said, Alhamdulillah, this one is now bringing in Vihiga and Vihiga, Honorable Speaker, the cash crop, you understand, Omusala. How will it get to its people, Honorable Speaker? So, Honorable Speaker, yourself, I speak as a Luya leader, as a Luya elder, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I'm finishing. As a Luya elder.
Omusala is bang, isn't it?
No, Honorable Speaker, you did.
Omusala is not a cash crop.
I withdraw, Honorable Speaker.
Yes.
I withdraw. But, Honorable Speaker, you and I come from the same community.
He has withdrawn.
You and I come from the same community, Honorable Speaker. As our leader, Honorable ranking leader in the Luya nation, you have gone on record, Honorable Speaker, to the Luya nation, speaking about these stations, Honorable Speaker. And we look up to you, Honorable Speaker. How is it going to work that you take the few ones that are there in Luya land and you give the community of Honorable Kelo all the rest so that they have more and we have none, Honorable Speaker? As Luya, as Honorable Speaker, we are disenfranchised and we say no, this must be looked at and redrawn. And Abagusi, we are in the same basket. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Yes, Oundo.
Honorable Speaker, at times we would wish to keep quiet, but at times we are pushed to the wall and we have to speak out. Yes, I know quite of the stations pass through Busia on the way to Malaba, but I think the station at Luanda is so critical, especially for myself, because it's more or less like the center point. At Luanda, I can go to Busia town, I can go wherever, I can pass through Siaya and go to my place, and most part of Busia, the lower part of Busia, including Mheshimiwa Budalangi. Honestly speaking, Honorable Speaker, it is important.
Point made.
It's important they consider, and that's where my wife comes from. It's good. I can be bothered as I go home. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
The country will not build a railway because of your wife. Honorable Didymus. Honorable Didymus. Order. I find that response unsatisfactory. None other than the President himself pronounced that the SGR will pass through not only Luanda, but also Mianga. I direct you to go back and bring a more comprehensive response, including, but not limited to, the map showing these stations.
Mr. Speaker.
2 stations,
Mr.
Luanda
Speaker,
and Mianga.
Mr. Speaker, I want to confirm that when I got this response from morning, the response was prepared and signed by the PS, Mohammed Dagar. I can confirm that the minister is bereaved, he lost his father, and I agree with the members of this House that this response is substandard, and I therefore want to make a commitment that next week we must be able to table a standard response that will capture the aspirations that the President had, that this railway should pass Luanda and it should pass Mianga. That is what we are doing, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. I'll direct you to bring a response within the first week after recess, clearly indicating those 2 stations.
Much obliged, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Thank you. Next, Order. Hold on. Yes, Jared Okello. What is your point of order?
I thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, and allow me to thank you most sincerely for walking the journey of rationalization of hardship areas, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the Prime Cabinet Secretary was with us under 2 weeks ago, and he did allude to the fact that some body went to court to petition the report that came from the Multi-Agency Technical Committee. Honorable Speaker, while appearing before Education Committee last week, the Principal Secretary for Public Service did confirm that the court disallowed the petition, Honorable Speaker, and therefore paving way for public service to gazette the areas that were earmarked for hardship allowances, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, you have kept your eye on this ball this far, understanding the disparities that have been in place with certain areas, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I would kindly request you to ask the majority leadership to fast track this matter, Honorable Speaker, because I remember when the Prime Cabinet Secretary presented that report here, the government was going to save 6 billion shillings after doing the rationalization, Honorable Speaker, because it was believed there were areas that really did not merit, or situations have so far improved that do not allow them to continue benefiting, Honorable Speaker. And with our very constricted fiscal space, Honorable Speaker, I think it behoves all of us to be as responsive as we can.
Point made. Furnish my office with the outcome of the case.
Okay.
That made the Prime Cabinet Secretary refrain from concluding the matter, so that I can give the majority leader further direction on the matter.
Most obliged, Honorable Speaker. I should
If you
be
can
doing
furnish
this
the
tomorrow.
office of the clerk with the outcome of the case.
I will do so, Honorable Speaker.
Next order. Yes, Wamboka.
Before we proceeded to recess, Honorable Speaker, I had asked a question to the Committee of Education with regard to JSS teachers, and you had directed that upon resumption, when we come back, the first week they address it, Honorable Speaker. To date, they have not sent the answer. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Was it the Committee on Education?
Yes, yes, Honorable Speaker.
I'll revisit it tomorrow in the afternoon. Next order.
Order number 8, Committee of the Whole House.
Members, will you be upstanding?
Honorable members, we are now in the Committee of the Whole House for the Special Economic Zones Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 8 of 2026. Honorable members, kindly note there are some amendments on the order paper. There are also some revised amendments by the Committee on Trade that are in circulation that you can refer to.
Clause 3,
I propose, honorable members, I propose the question that clause 3 be part of the bill. There are some proposed amendments. Chairperson Trade, are you ready to prosecute your amendment?
Yes. Honorable Chair, I propose that clause 3 be amended by deleting clause 3.
Chairperson, did you?
Yes, I've proposed that we delete clause 3.
Give a light justification for the
The
deletion.
justification for that is that the definition that has been proposed in clause 3 is already carried in a proposed amendment that will come in another clause too.
Very well. Honorable members, I therefore propose the question that clause 3 be amended as proposed by the chair. I propose the question that clause 3 be deleted as proposed by the chair. Oundo?
Chair, for the reasons given by my vice chair, I had a similar amendment that was coming to do the same thing, to delete. So obviously, when you get my amendment, if you care to call for it, I will respectfully drop it.
Honorable member, that is well noted. We will give direction depending on the outcome of this amendment. I therefore put the question that clause 3 be deleted as proposed by the chair. Will as many as are of that opinion say aye? Will as many as are of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 4.
Honorable member for Funyula, definitely your proposed amendment falls. Yes.
Clause 4.
I propose the question that clause 4 be part of the bill. Mover, Chairperson, Trade Committee.
Honorable Chair, I propose that clause 4 be amended in the amended form. And the justification for this is that we are introducing a 10-year special license, which initially in the bill was for only one particular sector, which was the petroleum zones. But we have now expanded to include other zones within the export processing zone. That includes the special economic zones, that